So in the earlier video, we have discussed the solution approach to this problem. So if you have not gone through that, I suggest go through that and see that first. And later on, we have seen a simplified way of solving this problem. So instead of holding the result in the integer, holding it in the long variable. So but since they are telling that the environment could only support integers, so that is not actually a very appropriate way. So let's try to do it in a more appropriate way. So we need to store this result in an integer, and until this x is not equal to 0, what we have to do is we have to keep on doing this, right? So here I'll use this new result. Actually, we'll see why we are doing this in a later. So what we are doing is the same update step. So multiply it by 10 and take the mod by 10. So we are shifting the entire result to the left and adding the rightmost number of the current x, number. And then, so to check the overflow, so here what we can do is so this expression, let's write this in a bold. So what we have done there is, so this result I have multiplied by 10, and I have added this x, right, mod 10. So now I'll bring all these terms to the right left. So this result I keep it here. So this entire thing I bring it to the left. So this plus becomes minus. So new result minus x mod 10. Okay, and so this will be star 10. Okay, into 10 basically. So and when I'm bringing this 10 to the left, it becomes whole this divided by 10. So this will be result then. So what we can do here is we'll check that condition basically. So new result minus, so this comes to the left, so it became minus, and x mod 10, and this 10 when it comes to the left, it becomes divided by, so this whole thing, so divided by 10, right? So this should be equal to a result in an ideal scenario. So but when I am doing this multiplication and or adding this number, if overflow occurs, so then this won't be equal to result. So in that case, what I can do is I can return 0. So this is the overflow condition. So okay, and next, if overflow has not occurred, I can update this x with x by 10, and I can put this result as new result. So just to compare this, right, for overflows, so we are storing the intermediate result in a different result variable. So if everything goes well, I can return the result here. So let's run this code.